Hello guppies and dolphins, and welcome to a makeup tutorial that is inspired by the Queen of the Sea or the Queen of the Ocean. I mean, they technically could be different things. A sea is a smaller body of water and the ocean is a larger one. You know, like the Black Sea is smaller than the Atlantic Ocean. But you know, either one works. The idea is that I'm the queen of the aquatic domain. This video is part of a collaboration with a few other YouTubers here on YouTube, so I will go ahead and link you to their videos at the end of the video, and I will also show you a sampling of their videos now. The inspiration for this collaboration came from the show Face Off. It's a makeup artist competition that's all like special effects and like really crazy stuff, and they did a challenge based on queens, I think kings too as well, but we just did queens. I'm really excited about this tutorial. Obviously I haven't done something crazy like this in a really long time. I don't even think any of my Halloween tutorials were quite this involved. I had a lot of fun doing this for you. First and foremost, I am not naked. I'm taking Lumi from Sugar Pill, which is a loose iridescent powder which has sort of like a turquoise sheen to it, and I'm going to be using it a lot today. Right now I'm mixing it in with some moisturizer. I'm going to apply this all over my shoulders, my collarbone area, just kind of my whole skin that's going to be showing in this video. It just enhances that wet look and it makes it look more oceanic. Then I took my beauty blender and I applied a full coverage foundation all over. I'm using the Illamasqua Skin Base. For more information on what I used for foundation, concealer, powder, yada yada yada, I'll have a full list of products at Vintageortacky.com. In order to make coloring over my brows a little bit easier, I decided to flatten them out using a glue stick. What I like to do is use a little flat spatula guy like this one, use it on the ends of my brows more so because that's where I really want the flattening out so I get a nice tail, and then I'll go over it actually with a little bit of water just to smooth it out. I don't know, it's kind of a weird trick, it works for me. Try it out. While the glue is drying on my eyebrows, I'm going to go ahead and start in on the eyeshadow. I'm starting out with Sugar Pill's Taco, which is a nice pure white eyeshadow. I'm using a very flat, round shaped brush because it helps me maintain that nice crisp edge underneath the brow. Lumi. This is that iridescent powder that I used all over my shoulders and collarbone. This is absolutely one of my favorite products. I'm going to end up using this all over my face. It's just fantastic. It has a slightly translucent white base with a strong kind of teal and slightly pink flash to it. It's really interesting. The star of my eye makeup today is Sugar Pill's Darling Pigment, and I'm going to be applying this with a fluffy brush that's been sprayed up with a little bit of Fix Plus just to apply the pigment, just slightly wet, so that it has just better color payoff and just makes my life a little bit easier. Then I'm going to come in with a similar fluffy brush with dry eyeshadow just to blend out the edge. I want everything to be super, super soft. No harsh edges for this. For a transitional color and to add a little bit of a pearl finish, I'm going to be using the Makeup Geek eyeshadow in Mermaid just to sort of blend in between Darling and Lumi. Once all the color is applied, I will take a clean blending brush and just blur out all of the edges. For an inner corner highlight, I'm using the silver from the Blue Had Me Hello palette from Wet n Wild. For my eyebrows today, I'm using a little bit of MAC's Water-Based Mixing Medium and Sugar Pill's Velocity eyeshadow, and I'm just going to fill in over my natural shape. Having the glue down makes my eyebrows a little bit neater looking because I kind of have fluffy eyebrows. I don't know, it's kind of a weird way to put it, but anyway, I just fill them in. There's nothing too grand or too special about this. I did recently do a colored eyebrow tutorial if you'd like to check it out. Don't mind me, I'm just getting down my bad self. I kept my eyeliner relatively simple, just a clean black line. This will help to cover up the lash band later. For my lower lash line, I'm going to do a very thick white eyeliner, and I'm going to make that a little bit thicker on the inner corner. This is a kohl pencil, so it's safe to put in the waterline as well. Not guaranteeing it's going to be comfortable, but it's safe. Now to define the bottom edge, I'm going to take Darling and a angled shadow brush and just run that along the edge of where I have that white pencil. By defining the eye in this way, I'm going to make my eye seem much, much larger. The curves and shape that this creates will also start to tell a story with the makeup. I then went over it with the same blue eyeshadow I used for my eyebrows. I kind of went a little farther than I had intended to go with it, so I tried to kind of blend it out, but honestly the rhinestones and bubbles are going to cover it, so it doesn't really matter. My contour today is Fire Island by Mayron. This is one of their Intense Pro pigments. I'm applying that with a Real Techniques brush. Now for the fun part, I'm using the light minty aqua color in the Blue Had Me at Hello palette to add some shine to my skin. So I'm going to put it on my nose, on my cheeks, on my forehead, on my chin, just really everywhere to give my skin an overall wet, glowy look. Underneath my eye, I'm going to use a little bit of Lumi pigment just to add a little bit of glow and glitter to the eyes. Next, I'm taking the Lit Cosmetics glitter base and I'm going to apply that straight to a fluffy brush and then put that fluffy brush all over my face to sort of make portions of my face wet. Then I'm going to pick up a combination of two different glitters and then pounce it over where I have the wet skin. So the glitters that I'm using are Margarita size 3 and Northern Lights size 2. Margarita is sort of a green to pink shift and Northern Lights is sort of a blue to purple shift. They are fantastic glitters. They're both from Lit Cosmetics. These are both from Lit Cosmetics. They're two of my favorites, but I have to say Northern Lights is one of those like super mega favorite glitters, you know, the kind where you're like, oh, I'm so excited about this glitter. Maybe that's just me. To set the glitter in place, I used a little bit of the Urban Decay All-Nighter spray just all over my face. Then while my skin is still wet from the setting spray, I'm going to take Lumi loose pigment one more time all over the face to make me super, super glittery and super, super shiny, honey. Anything you'd like, we do for you. Now for the bubbles, I am so excited about these bubbles. They're these little clear, no back, iridescent bubbles. I'm so excited about these. I got these at Michael's Crafts and I think it was in like a hobby kind of section. I don't remember, it might have been in the scrapbooking section. I've been saving these for a long time to do a tutorial, so I'm so excited to finally use them. They are grouped in groups of 3, so each one has like a large bubble with 2 smaller bubbles. For the placement of these, I wanted it to be different on both sides. So on one side, I kept it sort of on the side and going up my eyebrow, and then on the other one I kind of started at the eyebrow on the side and then kind of came around to the almost close to the nose. So this kind of juxtaposition gives it a more organic look, whereas if they were to be on the exact same placement on both sides of the face, they would look more like a mask and more makeup-y. Of course, this is not a natural look, but I wanted it to have that organic feel as though I just happen to have bubbles on my face. So I have this pack of Swarovski crystals that I also think that I got at a Michael's Crafts. It might have been a Joann's Fabrics or a Beverly's or I don't know. Now these crystals came in 3 different sizes and 2 different colors. So there's like an emerald green and then sort of like a teal green, and then there's large, medium, and tiny. So I tried to place the larger ones closest to the bubbles, so I'm sort of nesting them in between the bubbles. The medium-sized ones I'm placing sort of around the bubbles but closer to, and then the tiny ones I'm putting the furthest out. By now you might have noticed I've been adding in props as we've gone along. The first is a pair of seahorse earrings from Tarina Tarantino. The next is a whole bunch of necklaces, which in my mind would be all that the Queen of the Sea would wear. She'd just be so fabulous that she would just wear jewels and nothing else, darling. My lashes today are from Miss Adoro and they are 424s. It is a green and black blended lash. It's very, very flat, so it has a really neat effect when you glue it on. It has this sort of slanted effect. It's really attractive. It totally works for this makeup. Now that I have my false lashes on, I'm just going to take a tiny bit of mascara to blend in my natural lashes with the false ones. For my lips today, I started out with a NYX eyeliner in Emerald City. I actually would recommend against this because it had kind of a funky texture and yeah, it was kind of a waste of time. But anyway, moving on. For my lipstick today, I used my fabulous new green lipstick. This is KR lipstick and the color is Force. This is so good. I can't even. I love it so much. I want to wear green lipstick every day. There's another prop. My crown has popped up. This is an old rhinestone necklace that was my grandmother's. I used to wear it all the time in high school in my kinder whore days, but anyway. And then I'm gluing a white abalone shell onto the side of my face. It did not want to stick and I tried to take a coffee break and then I remembered that I had lipstick on. Damn. And then the final touch is adding a bit of that margarita glitter on top of my lips. So that'll about wrap it up for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll definitely check out the other girls in the series. It's a really fantastic collaboration, so thank you so much to Klairedelysart for including me. This was so much fun. I haven't done like a big concept tutorial in quite a while, and so I really ought to do this more often because this is so much fun, and I just love creating characters and things like this. So yes, and definitely watch Face Off. It comes on Tuesdays, I believe, at 9 o'clock. It's an amazing show, especially if you like any kind of special effects makeup, or it's just one of those really good reality shows, reality contest shows that's actually based on people having talent. So I'm a big fan of that kind of thing. So I'm gonna go see if I can hook myself a sailor with this getup. I think my husband just came home. I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember to be yourself. See you, bye.